Oliver. There you go. By the way, Oliver, I've been having problems with the computer. If I go off stream again, it's because, hey, Danny, I'm sorry I haven't sent you the email yet. I just realized that the picture I showed you yesterday is very low quality, so I'm trying to find one that's big enough. But in case I disappear, my computer keeps giving me a blue screen, and apparently there's a driver. I'm not sure what program does what that's making my computer crash. So in case I disappear, that's what happens. Okay, and I also managed to, I had someone yesterday that helped me with something, and today I managed to make the Bose, my boyfriend's headphones, so the microphone and the sound system now goes directly through the headphones. And I made a bunch of tests, and finally the quality is so much better. You guys won't hear the footsteps or things bumping, and it's gonna be so much better. It's still gonna feel like you're on the phone with me because the headphones, this ones, I read about them online. Apparently, they're not really made for streaming. They're more like headphones for mobile. So that's one reason you guys will hear a little sound constantly. It's because the Bose is trying to find ways to balance the sound, and also I could, for example, this one has like isolation, so I still hear the surroundings a bit. Anyways, today what I'm gonna do with the painting is basically just block all of this in. I have painted on the horse a bit, and I will show you what I did. And this is because of you, Oliver, you people from Sara. Things has changed so much for me. I think I will do this actually. Since I started teaching again, Oliver, my eyes has gotten so much sharper, and I was looking at the horse and something felt really off. Even now when I'm looking, I just realized something. I actually have to fix this now. Ah, damn it. Let's do that before I get into the blocking. It's very important that I get it fixed. So I will show you guys what I've noticed. Let's raise up this one. There you go. Let's fix the camera a bit. So basically what has happened, since I also know a little bit of anatomy with horses and stuff, this part here, I think I've worked like just 3 hours trying to get this muscles here, this part. I have the reference, I understand what I'm seeing. I'm trying to find a way to make this part here come forward and this muscles over here go back. So I've been softening a lot, and because of that, I kind of lost the structure. So what I'm seeing right now from the reference, since it's very sharp, if I can say it like that, here, I think I need to grab this little edge, this one here, and move it slightly to the right. So good to hear the Sarah. You have no idea, Oliver, if you ever have the chance to be a teacher, do it. You learn so much from being a teacher. It's unbelievable. Anyways, this is what I mean. It's like small, half a millimeter, maybe not even that, a little bit, and then it's just perfect. That's basically what you guys at Sara are learning so much. You're sharpening those eyes to be so picky with the smallest little thing. So let's just see. First of all, gloves. I realize how much I destroyed my skin. Mostly with this one, because I hold the rug and I clean up the brushes. First thing, what I noticed that I do, so I have a brush, of course, and I have my medium, which is 50-50. I take a little bit and I just put it here on the palette. You guys can see the other image. because you don't want to grab onto too much medium. You just want a little bit so you can just give more fluidity to your paints. So that's basically what I want to do. And we will talk a little bit more about that, Oliver. Like the medium I use is stand oil. What I like about stand oil is that it's very thick and consistent, and I enjoy doing glazes with that one. I also do dry brushing, so it's not only glazes. Now, let's fix that. Where's my mold stick? Here it is. By the way, is the sound quality better? Okay, so you need to go in a little bit. Oh, my head is in the way. So I'm gonna mix raw umber with some black. I don't want the color to be too gray, but not too saturated either. So I choose raw umber rather than transparent red oxide. Now let's just push. See? Yeah, that's already giving it more. Such a little change, but does so much for the overall image. There you go. Nice. I'm glad. When I went yesterday to bed, and I tend to re-listen my streams, and I'm trying to become more professional, speak slower, think before I say things. I should learn Swedish, but I'm actually gonna practice my English more. And I hated the sound quality. I even listened via the headphones, because thinking, oh, maybe the headphones will give it a more clear sound than on the other, the loudspeakers, because my room is quite echoey. I'm trying to fill it up with necessary things, like I want to bid on this furniture online where I can put my canvases in. Now everything is like outside, so when I have a painting, instead of keeping it outside, and letting it capture dust, I prefer putting it somewhere where I know the dust is not gonna get on it while it's still drying. Nut oil. Maybe it's called a different way. I heard that it's made out of nuts, the oil. I don't remember exactly. That one apparently dries slow as well. So I don't know. Alright. I have painted on the horse, just so you guys know, as I said. I am gonna let it dry properly, because around here there's subtleties that I want to be able to get. And what I like about this canvas is that it's super smooth, so I got really nice texture. I don't know if the camera will show it, but I will try to zoom in. You see what I mean? Like, this is very smooth canvas. That's one reason you guys can see all of this brush strokes. I do have, like Oliver, the school canvas, the 13 DPS, was it called? It still has a certain roughness to it, that it's not repetitive, which is nice to work on. I have painted a portrait of me, the blood moon one that I posted. It's very hard to take a good photo of that one, but it still has a little bit of a texture to it. Maybe with that one, I experimented a lot on that canvas. With this one, I just painted, intuitively, and I permitted myself to just go for it. So I wasn't really thinking too much of how I'm applying the paint. But anyways, it does sunk in more. Really, like I painted yesterday and it's already sunk in certain areas. Maybe because it's the, what you may call it. Oh God, I hate this song. There. Oh, hey, Demo. Hi. How's Norway? Are you still playing World of Warcraft and stuff? I actually don't have time to play anything anymore. I'm just enjoying painting and drawing and having fun at my studio while people are trying to solve the you know what crisis. Anyways, yes, I'm really pleased with this painting. It's kind of fun to see. I'm getting comments regarding this painting that I like Miles, for example, he really liked the fact that I'm getting softer, and I've been really obsessed over the edges. Like even though I have a photo, I try my best to think how would real life work. And you know, I live in Sweden, which I'm very lucky. And when I go home with the bus, there's a station called Nibble, and there's so many horses. So I actually want to go there during summer and draw and paint from life and just get a sense of their structure and anatomy. They do have a very melancholic view, like expression to their face. Horses in general, like the way they're what do you call it? Because you know when we frown, when we're angry, we frown. We have a certain um, tensed up muscles around our eyes. With horses, they are usually like that. If you look around the eyes and stuff, it feels forced. So you always have this feeling that they're always frowning and a little bit sad, I guess. Okay, demo. Yeah, well, for example, today is the last day I'm gonna do streaming for this week. I'm gonna do it next week, but I'm also gonna be on duty for the school, like Oliver. We will have a video chat next week. I also need to do demos for the school. I have a portrait one. I have a bark that I want to do for the students to really help them out because some other schools, like one of the teachers at school, she has a daughter, and she was saying that their school is doing a good job with online teaching. And I was like, yeah, sure, it's very easy to talk about literature and just babble about math or whatever. But when it comes to fine art, it's more of an execution um, thing rather than just talking. You have to show, you have to draw. So art schools, I believe, is really suffering right now. Ballet schools as well, you have to practice, you have to dance, and you know, you don't have the teacher to show you or to just gently move your body in a certain way, and then you kind of get the move. So we will see how that's gonna go. And for example, on Friday we have Easter coming up as well in Sweden here. The boats, because I take the boat to go to the studio, they told me that it's gonna be a lot of people. And I'm like, really? It's gonna be a lot of people? Weren't they supposed to be nice and elderly as well? Like my friend William, he just told me that he's feeling sick, and I'm worried so much because he barely even went out. So I just hope it's just a cold. Uh, we'll see. I'm actually thinking of playing my music from YouTube that I have. I don't really like this music right now. I'm just gonna play the role-playing music.
Those of us who can stay home need to stay
home. Okay. Here you go. You should chat with me more on Instagram, Discord, or add me on WhatsApp so we can keep con. Yeah, I can add you on WhatsApp. I'm more active on WhatsApp than on Messenger and Instagram Messenger. I really feel that that's where I'm more at. Okay, let's get into it. It's 2:10 now. There you go. So I can see the chat here. That is enough. Let's make this one big. Okay. Let me know if the music gets too loud and you guys don't hear me anymore. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna let this one rest. There's still some stuff I need to do, but I need to let it dry properly before I go into it again. There you go. So, this is also an elongated painting, so it's gonna be a little bit challenging to stream this live. So I'm gonna paint this part today. And Oliver, I really enjoy working with raw umber. Like this palette I have right now, I just focus on values. And once the values are in, dry brushing, glazing. I mean, I'm gonna use English red. When everything kind of falls into place, I'm gonna add English red because I want some saturated colors here and there to make the horse feel a little bit more alive and not so dead. Not that one. Okay, there you go. I'll need a thicker brush. Let's pick this one up. There's a bit of a texture here. Yeah, you guys are gonna get a lot of glare, unfortunately. And again, if I disappear all of a sudden, it's because my computer keeps getting blue screens. Okay, let's see. So let's work a little bit on this muscle. This needs to expand a little bit. So right now, the only colors I'm mixing the most is just raw umber and white. Raw umber is the color that we suggest students to use when they do grayscale. And we also tell you guys to not put any black on your palette. Just use that one when you need to darken a certain value. So you see how it doesn't really show. I will just zoom in because I want you guys to see the effect of. Okay. So I'm just gonna focus and show you guys what the oil does. There you go. Let's zoom in on this. So you can see how rough it looks. So now let's take a little bit of a medium. The medium I'm gonna use right now is almost 50-50 terps and so I'm pretty much glazing it here. You see those little lines? Those are annoying. So what I need to do is mix the other color. In this one I need to use more black, white, and transparent red oxide. Gonna grab onto some medium. I'm picking from pure stand oil right now. You see how it just blends? Of course, I'm using a Bristol brush, which has the hair a little bit more loose. There you go. So this has become my obsession. Good control over lines, the edges of each line. Look how nicely it blends. And for example, you can spend so much time on just one individual line to just make it look proper and have a certain volume. And you practice this a lot in when you draw and you paint from life, because you squint, you get a sense of volume because the light, when you squint down, the line the light dims down, so you start seeing a certain aura around the subject that pushes things forward, and the things around it that goes back goes more into the dark side. So, okay, let's just continue. This is gonna be a bit boring for you guys maybe, but this is the most important part for me. The way I block in, how you begin things all the time. Because if I do it wrong, the second layer I have to fix more. So even though presumably I see an edge that's quite sharp, I might prefer leaving it more soft than sharpening it too much. Let's raise up the music a bit. I see that's not that. There. I need another brush. Let's see, what brush do I want? Let's get this one. I mean, master painter. I have so much to learn. Even after 10 years, I feel like I don't know enough. It would be quite boring if we knew everything from the beginning. Okay, I need to see how long the neck is. Where's my stick? I need to calculate so I don't make the neck too short. Where's my stick? Oh, no. There you go. Let's just see. Get an idea. Might have made the neck too long. Let's see. Oh no, it's actually good. Maybe a little bit too short, but we'll see. Thanks, demo. It's like I tell people when I hear them like, oh, you're so talented. I'm like, no, I was the weakest in my class. I had to work really, really hard to be able to do what I'm doing. It's all about how much you're willing to sacrifice and put into it to be able to paint whatever this way. Yeah, talent, it's nice to have talent. I guess talent is when you talk about a certain voice. But that's my response to people that tells me that. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice compliment. I don't want to sound like a douchebag. But, you know. I'm just gonna paint with you guys for like 1.5 hours, and then I need to prepare to get to the boat. So it's not gonna be a long live stream. But it can be fun though for people to see that sometimes you don't need to paint for like 8 hours straight. Just doing something like this. Like I would have not dared to paint on the head if I only had 2 hours. Because there's some parts where you don't want to leave it like, let's say you know that if it dries up, because oil dries, and then you have to like repaint again to be able to get smooth transition. So let's say that I'm painting and then I have to go and get the boat, but there's one edge that it's not soft enough. It's not how I wanted it, and that can complicate the process next time. So I want to be able to make sure that I have enough time. And I noticed when I moved to the studio, I was quite stressed out. I was like, oh, I have to get to the boats and I won't have time to paint the way I used to. So I had to start, looking at the time, plan ahead, and I started being less anxious. Because, a lot of people talks about art being so anxious and the process of it. When you begin something, you know what you need to go through to be able to make things work as they are. And I think I was talking to Wilhelm about this, that all the time when someone starts a painting is such a pain because you know how hard it is to be able to do it. And I understand, but I mean, if that's how you see it, I guess you shouldn't be an artist because everything in life is hard. But you have to do things that kind of makes it easy for you to work with. Otherwise, if you work with things you don't love and you don't feel passionate about, you're just gonna get depressed. So I always try to remind people that got into art, why did you start doing this? And a lot of people talks about the status of the artist or conveying a certain subject to the world. And I'm a little bit egoistic. I like to think about it like this. I do art for myself because it's fun. If it wasn't fun, what was the point? I would just do another job for other people. I have to be happy. That's the beauty about being an artist. In the end, you're also living off it, which is great as well. But there are certain things in life that has to be pleasurable. Otherwise, people will notice that it wasn't really giving you any pleasure. You're just painting because either it's the status or whatever else you think about. I will never be as good as you when it comes to the rogue. Ugh, God, it was so hard to be able to beat you in a duel. And I think at the point I realized this is no fun. I'm starting to not feel like this is fun. So it's hard. I really, when I hear people saying like, games, they're so easy, I'm like, nah. I mean, yeah, sure, games are made for you to play and just have fun. But when you're like more into, competitive stuff, I find it really hard. For example, I have this line here. This is the drawing. When I paint all of this, I might leave this line here much softer than I see it in my reference because let's say the third layer, the sixth layer, maybe almost to the eighth layer, that's when I'm maybe presumably gonna sharpen it a little bit. I'm just exaggerating, but I want you guys to get an idea of how I plan certain things ahead, not just, oh, I have to do it now, it has to look pretty. That's another thing I had to educate myself with. Accept the fact that every painting I do looks like shit at the beginning. Sorry for my language. Everything looks horrible. In your eyes, maybe, like when you're a beginner, it will look very horrible, but you need to um, get to know a little bit about your chaos and try amongst that chaos to make it clean itself up properly. Because when you're in your room and let's say 1 week has passed, it's a little bit of a mess. But if you know the order of things, you know how to put them in place to fix your room again, to make it look nice and cozy. So that's how you can actually look at painting. It's really interesting because I notice a lot of students or my friends even, I know very professional painters that are terrified of starting a new painting. And when they start something, they're very precious. It needs to look perfect. And I think my boyfriend helped me a lot in that case. I was trying to do this drawing and it was very hard for me to work. So what he did, he took the eraser and a pen and just messy up my paper. I mean, he didn't ruin the paper. He just put the mess down so I don't feel precious about each line. And that turned into the drawing I called A New Beginning. Let's see what Demo wrote. Yeah, I know. It's so fun. I mean, I have another friend like you, David. I have never met him in real life, but it's so weird. It's like we've always known each other. I think this is the future when it comes to friendship, this interaction like this. That's one reason I actually put my phone there so people can see me, so they can connect with me. But I mean, you live in Norway. As soon as I get my life in order a little bit and I'm starting to have more time and things kind of roll in, I told Henrik that I really want to visit Norway. Like the fjords, I have to see them. It's beautiful. So I think so far I've been talking pretty well. I'm forcing myself, it's like my friend Anders said, speak slower. Even if you think you speak slower, for people listening to you, you're pretty much consistent and good. So let's look at it like that. Positive way. Okay, let's see what brush. Even if I have 3 brush, I still end up mixing the white brush with a black brush. Ugh, no wonder I always clean up my brush. This horse has a lot of, you know those type of horses that has those little white spots on its back? He kind of has that. I think it's a she actually. So I'll need to figure how I'm gonna do that. Let's clean up a brush because I need a black brush again. Okay. And also, Oliver, I notice all the time when I clean up my brush, I love, you know, drying it thoroughly with a rag because it doesn't liquefy my paints as much. And also, the bucket that we clean up the brushes in tends to get quite dirty. So I don't want to contaminate fresh paint. I have to actually change my buckets pretty soon. I clean them up. Gotta go fast. That reminds me of Sonic. I actually saw the movie Sonic. It was pretty fun. I also saw Detective Pikachu, and that was also fun. When I use black and transparent red oxide, I always like using some medium in it. Because I notice when I use medium in the black, it becomes so much more saturated, so fresh. See, I still need to follow a certain drawing. Let's paint the lower part as well. So let's roll, roll, roll. Sounds like one of those old cars that you have to like roll them. It's kind of funny. There you go. Let's block in a little bit this part. This one here. There. Make sure that the quality is okay. I think that's pretty good. I think I'm actually, even though it's this black around here, I'm actually gonna brighten it up. And when I do, I'm actually gonna use cool temperature colors. So I don't make it too warm. I'm not sure, but that's a plan. And I think I went too thick over there, so let's just take a palette knife and scrape it off a little bit. There you go. So Let's just dry out the brush well and just do this. I still want to have the canvas showing through a little bit. There you go. That's much better. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that edge as well. Maybe I can let some transparency through here. That's gonna curve it more. Keeping things a bit softer than I see them. Let's make the tail. So the horse is like leaning down. So here you're gonna have the tail, you have the legs here, the back leg over there. For example, in the photo, I can see the tail here, but I'm not gonna paint it. I'm gonna imagine like this is from life and squinting down. I would barely see that edge over there. Hey, Anders! I managed to fix the sound. The microphone is via the Bose headphones. So the sound quality is better. I have a student, Oliver, that said that the quality is much better now. So you don't hear the echo and all that stuff. So, yeah. I'm gonna build myself a stand where my palette is gonna be tilted like this. So I need to get some wood and some wheels and just build something that I can easily move, because right now having it like this, the light being up there, I just get glare on my palette. I have to do something like this to be able to see what value I have, which is fine. I mean, it's good to work out a little bit. Yes, The Witcher. Hendrik actually bought a new apartment and we're gonna move soon, and we also have a very nice screen that he bought as well. And I promised myself that I'm gonna play Witcher and finish the game. I mean, I'm gonna start The Witcher again, because it's been like last time I played, the saving was in 2018, at the end of 2018. So Henrik suggested that I should just start playing it again and kind of refresh a little bit what's happening. Okay, let's look at the drawing a little bit. So the leg, one of the leg will be over here. Yeah, I'm glad that the sound is clear. But you know, if the stream stops all of a sudden, apparently my computer has been getting blue screens and there's a specific driver that it's making it do that. And I don't know if it's OBS, I don't know if it's the headphones. So we'll see. Let's see. I think this is Elder Scroll. Hey, Lucian. Yeah, I have to say the Da Vinci brushes are really good. Very expensive, but totally worth it. How are you, Lucian? How's Romania? By the way, I love your paintings. The still lifes you do, they're so beautiful and loose. I love them. Nice work with those ones. Oh, David, hi. Now I saw the name. I'm actually getting a bit blind, so I didn't see who wrote. I thought it was Lucian that wrote. I solved the sound problem. You see, it's like the headphones are, the microphone connect. Oh my God, I don't know how many times I said that. Quality is much better. There you go. This makes me prepare my other canvases with this gesso and have it like that because it's just so amazing the way it glides. There's some specific barks, like the first three ones, you need to do them in pencil, and then the charcoal part is for introducing students to the charcoal. That's one reason the last bark students do is in charcoal, because the cast they're gonna do is in charcoal. So the barks are specifically made to sharpen the student's eye and introduce them to the method the school is actually teaching. To go to the countryside is the best time ever. Like, I'm pretty much alone. I think there's maybe 2 people on this island. It's just perfect. So it's a good thing you're going there. By the way, if you want to learn a little bit more about art, Dani, Lucian Pruna, he's from Romania, obviously. He actually taught people in Bucharest. So maybe one day you can actually go and study under him. You can check his work and see if you like it. Let's brighten up a little bit. The background feels a bit too black. A bit too much. Okay, that's good. Let's grate that one off. Merci, Lucian. Okay, demo. Yeah, I really, really love painting horses. Since I was a kid, I think first thing I did when I was a kid was painting a horse. So, yeah. Let's use a little bit of medium. I really need to talk with Hans and Sana about oiling out instead of using retouch varnish all the time. I think you don't need to oil out too much if you know how to do it. So, yeah, I mean, barks are great. If you know how to use them, you can learn a lot from them. Let's see. Ah. Lower the music a little bit. Let me know if the music is too loud. I'm still trying to get an idea of how the audio mixer works in OBS. And what's the time? Okay, I have enough time to work. I will still need to work with the background here so I can blend some of the edges with the background. I think it's gonna look so much nicer when I do that. No, do it with an HB. So have an HB, a B pencil, an H as well. You will do it mostly in HB. There's a good brand in Romania that you can get, Dani, from Mono Graphite. I think you can also buy them in shops if you want to. They're much easier to be found in Romania than in Sweden. I'm actually happy that my client is okay with me live streaming the cowboy painting that I have a commission for. That will be super fun. No idea how I'm gonna do that, but one step at a time. It's a bit different when you do your own stuff. I need to like show him the composition and blah blah blah. Okay, let's hide that leg for now. Let's find certain darkness in here. I mean, you can use whatever brand you want. It's just that I know those ones are really nice to work with. They're very consistent and have quite nice darkness to it. Okay. I think the hardest things about a painting is when you paint in darkness, how you soften things and how you make them barely visible. So we'll see how that's gonna go. That's a lot, right? I'm not sure how it works when it comes to hours. Okay, let's focus for a while, guys, and just paint. Well, guys and girls, I guess. So, demo, pick up your sketchbook and draw a little bit. Oh God, I can't wait to eat some snacks when I get home. Yeah, Lucian, you're right. I mean, I really love the brushes from Da Vinci. Really, really nice. I've been testing out so many brushes, it's ridiculous. But you know, since they're like natural, sometimes you get a brush from this brand as well, and it's like really bad. Maybe the hair wasn't sticked good, or it was a certain animal that poor thing wasn't the best animal for this. So you never know. Listen here, demo. Elwyn Forest. Yeah, back in the old days. Hey, Glenn. Yeah, I know, Elwyn Forest. A long time ago. I think I was 14 when I started playing that game. And it was like pirated sites. No, what do you call it? Private service. Yeah, private service. Because I couldn't afford it. And I remember I managed to sell a painting somehow. And my parents were like, "Oh, you made your first money. What do you want to do with it? Buy a new computer?" So I bought a new computer so I can play World of Warcraft. Fun times. It was really fun. Yeah. I don't know. It was something. Many people say that it's nostalgia. One reason the game doesn't work for people anymore. Like they expect to be a certain way. I agree on that. But it was something unique where you had to like talk to people, meet up. Now it's just so easy to do a dungeon. It kind of got meh for me. Wasn't the same. Yeah, I know. My God, I remember having to go to the Stockades. I think that was in uh, God, what was it called? That was like the main place everybody went to. No, I still have the old computer. I think there's a driver issue. Like for example, I'm doing the live stream, but maybe at the point it's just gonna crash down because I keep getting blue screens. I don't know what to do with that. I need to check what driver it was that was doing the issue. It wasn't Storm. No, it wasn't that one. It was after Stormwind. There was another place that you go to, like not desert, but you know the fields and stuff. And I remember meeting my very first World of Warcraft friend, uh, and I was so bad with English, and I had to like write in English. That's basically where I started learning how to speak the language properly. Hey, yeah, Westfall, Glenn, Westfall. Yes, Villa, we're talking about World of Warcraft, the nostalgic game that we grew up with. Well, me at least. Fun times. Really fun times. And then I also liked another place called Winterfell. That was my favorite one. Ah, Wilhelm, you're a nerd as well. Don't you judge me, boy. And then there was another place that I really liked. I'm actually gonna play the song for you guys. It's one of my favorite ones. Let's see. Ah, memories. Oh, this is so much fun talking about this. No, stomach, you're not hungry. Stop growling. Um, It was called, let's just say, Whoa, classic music. Let's just play all of it, just for the funsies. There you go. World of Warcraft soundtrack full. If the video goes down, it goes down. Ah, yes, the intro. Yes. Great times, great times. Let me know if the music is too loud. I'm getting goosebumps just when I hear this. Oh man, it was good times. You're boring. Now, don't let don't let the Danes and the Swedes have a fight. You guys had a lot of fights during history. You guys have to be friends. Now kiss and hug. Oh, Glenn, you have a twin. Runestone. You know, I have never played Runestone. I remember when I was a kid, we had this magazine called Level, and one of my absolute favorite games is called Legacy of Kain Defines, the Soul Reaver, the Soul Reaver saga. My God, what an awesome game! I need to remember that I can't really whisper anymore because the headphones are so much better. Ah, I'm getting goosebumps. Ah. Oh, so good. I'm enjoying the chat as well, guys. It's really fun. You're never slow, David, when it comes to video games. You know, Glenn, Wilhelm, that douchebag you're talking to right now, he's actually into music. He's a very good singer. He told me stories. Hey. Stop, just stop. Oh, you're blushing? Aww. Wilhelm blushing. You know what to do with the hands? Oh, yeah. The hand thing. God, I love that. Yeah. What did you sing? There's no sunshine when she's gone. I'm not gonna sing right now, it's just pathetic. So what I'm doing right now, Oliver, if you're actually looking, it doesn't really show in the camera, but I'm like scraping out because this part is still a little bit wet. So I'm scraping it off, and what happened, I actually need to take a break. I need to let my hands breathe a little bit. I hope Oliver is still there. But it's good for you to see it as well, Wilhelm, because I'm gonna explain why I do this, and also what Miles was talking about, transparency and stuff like that. So let's go here, exactly there. Let's hope it will show. I will raise up the ISO. Let's see. You see this part here? You can't really wait. Let's see. There. Look at that. So what I did, I scraped it off using the brush, the rough bristles. And this is the ground. When I fixed the painting, I had that ground. And this is transparency. This is what we're talking about, transparency, when the canvas or the color underneath shines through. So this layer was made with raw umber, and then I think I also painted with some transparent red oxide. And now when I painted again, I was more desaturated, more towards the gray tones. And after that, I took the brush and just scraped it off. So now you have this interesting texture shining through. It's also here. For example, this is how it begins. You just have this. You can see the canvas. For example, this is more of a gray tone now, and the underneath tone is more warm. So it's going to be a certain shining coming through. It's very interesting. Even here in the eye, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. There. You see the canvas showing through? Exactly here. That little spot over there. See how much I can zoom in. There. You can see a little bit of the canvas. So you have thickness, but you also have canvas showing through. Okay, let's put the camera back. So this is basically experimenting, and this is something I noticed in, what was her name? There was a student at school, and she's very talented, but her paintings looks very flat. That's one reason, even when you make a picture after a painting, everything gets flat, because that's what cameras do. But we are artists, we're supposed to paint, be creative and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is that we are experimenting a lot. We're scraping off. I started using the sandpaper because, for example, Marianne has kind of opened up this world for me when it comes to materials and experimentation, which is great. So I just wanted to point this one out for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna push a little bit the lower side. I kind of like the way it blends right now. I'm so excited when everything dries out, like this part here, to find a way to turn this part. This still looks a little bit flat. You guys don't really have the colors showing through right now. There you go. So let's just continue. Okay, the quality, oh God, I don't know if it's OBS. Can't do much about it. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water and then we're gonna continue. I have 40 more minutes to go and then I need to prepare to go. We're listening. Let's see. Sing the Danish national anthem and put it up on Instagram, and you will have earned my respect. Svensk Hevel? Svensk Hevel? Is that my Swedish friend or something? Oh, you Danes and Swedes are so funny. It's like us with Hungarians. It's like this love-hate relationship we have with them. I will never understand it. I don't really care. But, Okay, let's continue. Let's see how I can fill this part a little bit more, like here as well. Let's warm it up. I want to have more warmth here on the tail. Swedish devil. Wow. Wilhelm is already preparing his army to come and kill you. I'll be careful what I say, boy. Okay, so the paint is starting to get off here, so I should leave that one for later. Let's move a little bit up. Yeah, I mean, you have to be careful, Glenn. Wilhelm is like Superman. When you see him walking down the streets, you just want to run away, like the opposite way. So just be careful with that. I'm getting goosebumps. My God. But I bet you so much that you cannot beat the Romanian guy. Like if you see my dad, his hand is so big. Like he beat up people on the streets, my dad. Like that, those are the Romanians. Dangerous people. I'm amazed that Anders is still my friend. He's such a calm soul, and then I come along with Marianne. Just acting cool. Guldöl. Guldöl, okay. David, your father is also like really beating up people and stuff? I mean, I love my dad. Hendrik actually found a movie, a Romanian movie, about an officer called Cristi that goes somewhere in America, was it? And one reason Hendrik is excited to see this is because my dad's name is Cristi. And he was an officer. Maybe it's actually my dad on the cover. I don't know. He has like a secret career where he's a movie star. And I'm like, what? What? What's happening? Whoa. 1% brain. What? How can you say something like that? That's horrible. Okay, let's fix this. Let's see if I can uncover a little bit of the canvas underneath. There we go. That's one reason I like working with stand oil. The thing with stand oil, you need to let it dry properly, and it takes a while for it to dry. So just be careful with that. Making sure everything is softer for the next layers. So far so good. Looking at the drawing a little bit over here, making sure that I'm not making this distance too big. Okay, let's move more up. Let's clean up my brushes since I'm going into a new area. Ada! Guys, Ada is like one of my best friends from Romania. She's the one that taught me to never put my mobile on silent in case someone needs to call me at 3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. How are you, Ada? I know you're at home because you usually never have time for anything. I think you're going crazy being at home doing nothing. That's so not you. Demo, don't be evil with Stormwind. Stop being racist against the living. Love you too, Ada. Mi ador de tine. Sper că ești bine, fată. Wait a second, is Aya working? Because I didn't really understand what she meant in the text. Because you're at home, and she said something about going to work? I need to get a new piece of cloth because this one is starting to get a bit dirty. Okay, let's paint this part. Not really, yeah, it's a little bit boring. Ah, she's working from home, okay. I was like, I hope she's not going out. It's a good thing that you're doing some reading. I mean, I saw your little notebook you have. Wait, you saw, because I think I've shared the stream on Facebook. That's basically how you saw it, I guess. Because I think it's the first time I'm seeing you on the stream. Have you managed to do any art since you're at home? Or you're just enjoying the peace of mind and just taking it easy until all of this just goes away for a while. Wait, how is your mother handling this? Because she works as a nurse on the, with the ambulances and stuff. Yeah, I know. I mean, you were working until 10 in the night, you crazy woman. Ada, where are you? Oh, I'm still at work. It's 10 in the night. I'm just working. Jesus Christ. Don't worry, Pete. So, because for example, I have another friend, Wilhelm, and his mother also works with a you know what. What does your mother think about all of this situation? I'm very curious. I'm tired of listening to the media because the media. What does your mom say about what the media is saying and what's really happening? I'm very curious. And I'm glad that you're drawing, Pete. That's exactly what we're supposed to do, right? So she's not working directly with the, you know what patients, the corona, whatever. I don't know if YouTube took away the, because apparently you weren't allowed to say that word anymore because YouTube, blah blah blah. I don't know what the hell they were talking about. Making sure I don't get glare. Okay, so it's very dangerous. Great. My friend and roommate here, he's starting to feel a little bit ill. So I was just wondering. It's not cool at all. It's stressing me out quite a lot actually. Yeah. I'm really like, for example, this week it's gonna be Easter, and there's gonna be a lot of sweets going, because most of them don't really think about it. So they're gonna go for holiday and stuff. I'm gonna stay home. Like that's one reason this is one of the live stream, and then I will live stream next week, because I'm not gonna be traveling Friday until like Tuesday. just to make sure that I don't end up being in too much traffic. Yeah, I see. Well, let's just hope something good will come soon, because I just hear bad stuff about it. Good and bad. Good and bad. Like that people are finding a way to, I don't know, some antivirus or whatever you call it. Yeah. I mean, I've heard cases of very healthy people as well that really got it bad. So it depends on individuals. Vaccine, I don't know, like some kind of something. Just install antivirus on your computer. Ugh. I have a good antivirus so far. Low cough. Well, I mean, what I mean is like, like they made the influenza shot. Like you, cum se zice mai Ada când faci un fel de vaccin împotriva anumitor virus? Nu se zice vaccin? Yeah, we have another friend. She suffers from lupus, and that's not fun at all. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. When I'm on the bus, Ada, I will actually give you a call. It will be fun to hear you. Let's see what the time is. Yeah, I'm gonna go until like close to 4, and then I'm gonna stop so I can clean up and throw the garbage and stuff since I'm not gonna be here for a while. Okay, let's continue up so I can actually fill in that part. Duh! Yeah, I noticed. I noticed that. I mean, I've talked to a friend regarding the situation in Sweden, so we'll see. I'll take care, don't worry about it. I have a mask with me, so I always put it on if there are too many people on the bus. For example, I just put the mask on. I don't touch the bus, so I'm very, very careful. Demo, can you text me on a platform so I can give you my phone number so we can have easier times being in contact? I have WhatsApp, so let's do it like that. Demo, Discord, or Insta, doesn't matter. And Wilhelm, yes, it's starting to take shape, the body. I'm really liking this painting. I'm excited to fix the commission and learn some more 3D with David so I can start creating the stuff I have in my head and have easier times working. Go to bed. So much hate! Denmark, can you stop attacking Sweden so much? God. So much glare here on the upper side, on the upper part. I can't do much about that. Oh, SARS is way worse than COVID. Wait, no, you're talking about that one in 2012, was it? That was way bad than this one. Okay, I don't have enough time, so let's just make sure that everything is soft and have a little bit of transparency. Be careful, you might fall in love with him. He has a way of attracting the same sex towards him. He's a sweet boy. Wow. Wilhelm, you're being attacked here. What's your response to this? Denmark is winning here. I don't agree with this. Stay safe, Pete. Have fun and have a nice week. I'm under attack? Wait, what's happening? Oh, another raid. Wait, is it the same person like yesterday? We're listening to the World of Warcraft Classic, by the way, because we were talking about WoW, since I used to be a, a full raider back then. Thank you. Wait, who's making the raid? Or wait, I'm the raid now? I still don't get how this works. I'm getting close to being done for today. I'm blocking it in. I will show you guys soon before I have to go. So this is an oil painting. Okay, don't go away. I will need to add you to Twitch. Okay. Creep is God. This is so sweet. It's like the second person who did a raid for me. Really, thank you. I still don't know how to grow Twitch and stuff like that. I just let it happen. So I'm just glad that I'm getting more artist fellows joining the club. I don't know if I will ever be Bob Ross, but it's still very fun to know that you're not alone here. Let's see if I'm doing the upper neck part correctly. So I'm trying to see the ear in relationship to the upper bone. He didn't feel too short when I took the measurements, so this is good. I need a new haircut. Yeah, I need the afro haircut, I guess. So what I'm doing right now, I'm preparing this layer for the next one. I won't be able to stream this week because there's some kind of holiday happening in Sweden. It's gonna be a lot of people outside, so I prefer not to be a part of that. So now I'm using a fan brush to make sure that I'm not gonna get any glare on it. There you go. And then I'm gonna soften all of this part. And then I can show you guys what has changed. Aw, thank you, Danny. Oh, Henrik, hello. Nimia, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my work. Wait, what brush was I using? This one. use this one. Oh my god, Wilhelm is like raw umber is going so fast away when I paint. And I love, love, love stand oil. Oh, look how nicely it blends. And it's like my friend from Romania said, Da Vinci brushes are the best. Thank you. Yes, I'm from Sweden. Nimi, are you from Sweden as well? I'm from Stockholm. I'm looking for more people from Stockholm as well. Henrik Oliver is one of the students from school, just so you know. So now I'm using a fan brush. I don't really like the splatter that this fan brush is doing, but it's just good to not have any glare when I have to paint again on it. Oh, we're in Ironforge right now. World of Warcraft. You live in Gävle? Wilhelm, look, a fellow sweetie! Wilhelm is growing inside with happiness. He's not a Grinch anymore. Look at us connecting. Ah, this makes me so happy. Ah. Alright, let's paint this part a little bit in here and give it a certain volume to the body of the horse. I wonder if I use... Nah, this doesn't work. I'm sorry, I can see the chat is... It's a lot going on right now, but I'm so sorry if I'm a bit ignoring you guys. It's not that I want to. It's just that I have 10 more minutes before I need to go. Yeah, Ada is on. She's at home being all bored and stuff. I finally have her on my stream. I've known her since I was, Jesus, 14? Glad Kaka. Oh, I can't wait to just get home and buy some chips and just take it easy. Oh, so yeah, Glenn, be careful. The Swedes are taking over. This is not good for Denmark. It's happening again. There you go. Less glare. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Next week, guys, I'm gonna stream again. I usually start around 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Stockholm time and just go all the way to 4. So I think I will be back on Tuesday. I need to also plan a little bit the commission as well. But I'm thinking of streaming more often so I can find peeps like you guys. So we can all be twins and take over the world with art. That's the best. Let's clean up another brush, add some whites here and there, and then call it done for today. Wait, how many people are from Sweden? Do you have a studio? Yes, Nimi, I have a studio in Stockholm. If you check Vaxholm Kastellet, my friend William, that's sick home right now, he managed to find this place here, and I'm still trying to understand where I am. It's super fun. It's like you go out and it's just beautiful everywhere. It takes like 1 hour and 10 minutes to get here. Yeah, I actually talked to my commissioner, I think you call it, and he said that he's fine with me doing it live stream. As long as I work, that's fine, I guess. Albert Fisk. I don't know him. There's so many people I don't know, Nimia. I think I need to get to know more people. Let's see. So I need to move that one. Oh, I wish Demo was here because right now it's a Undercity theme from World of Warcraft. It's missing out, that boy. Okay. Thank you. Well, me? I guess. Yes, thank you. I know Wilhelm. Wilhelm is, I don't know, he will write something after he hears me saying this, but he's the one who's kind of pushing me to. Thank you. I mean, I know that usually game soundtracks are okay to be used for streaming, as I understood. Okay, this is good. There is no glare. Oh, not even on the screen. Okay, let's take a look at this one, because now I have to stop. Let's soften this part here. I don't like this one. If I come with another layer, it's gonna look pretty bad. Let's take a look. Then I have to clean it clean. It's always the cleaning part that is the most frustrating one. I hate cleaning up. Ugh, it takes so much time. I have a lot of plastic to recycle. Oh my god. Yes, good, good. Let's see what has happened in the painting. Plop, 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 plop. Let's see. So, how should I do this? Am I backing up? Yes. Okay, so here's the whole painting. Come on, go down. Go down. So, here you go. So I do grab my references from the internet and then I change them, the colors a little bit, the poses. And this is a stock picture I grabbed on from DeviantArt. Really love the composition, and the background, for example, here was super bright and I didn't like that, so I just changed it. I made it a little bit more darker because I wanted the first thing that I liked the most about the image I saw was the head and the composition. So I also, when I look for stock images, if I find a specific head that I like and also, let's say, a body that I really enjoy, I'm lucky enough that I've learned a lot about concept art, and now I'm learning 3D from my friend David. So I want to be able to not just copy the images, but try to put my own touch to it. Because that's what people on DeviantArt also said. You're welcome to use my photo, but don't just copy it. Do something fun with it. I think we're in Undercity. Yes, yes, we are. So let's take a look at some details. I'll have to take the camera in my hand. So I can move around. There you go. Let's see if I do this. It's always gonna have that one in. So here you go. Right now, unfortunately, what I've noticed is that there's some colors missing. For example, around these areas, there's this nice warmth to it because raw umber brand, Rembrandt, we're talking about the Rembrandt brand, the raw umber, it tends to be more towards the warmth. So if you want to work with raw umber and you want a certain warmth to it, get the Rembrandt one. Yeah, I love this horse. I thought he was so beautiful. The thing with this horse is that all of this part in the actual reference was pinkish, and I didn't want that one. I just wanted him to be pure white, so I took the reddish color away. I still have some of its pattern here, like this gray here. It's a little bit of a pattern. See if we can zoom in a bit. There you go. Let's take down the ISO a bit. Yeah, it's very hard for you guys to see the colors. But you see, Oliver, how much softer I'm keeping things? Like definitely in the reference, all of this line here is super sharp. But I didn't want that. And I will have to simplify the hair. Even here, in the reference, all of this edge here was sharp. I've chosen to make it softer. And I've been using my medium, which is 50% stand oil and 50%, a little bit more stand oil, I guess. And then the rest is terps. And you see that I have like transparency showing as well. I'm trying to have that because I'm building it in layers because I want this one now, since I've been using medium, I need to let it dry properly depending on what I want. So that's about it. Oh, that's it, everyone. But yes, this is my studio. I will present it one day better. Now I don't think I have time. I'll have to clean up my brushes and catch the boat at 4:45, and it takes some time for me to fix everything. Okay, let's see what people wrote. Oils, yes, this is oil painting. Definitely oil painting. I'm glad that you guys found me too, because now we can have fun and paint together. Whee! Never have you? Yeah, Wilhelm is also my agent. He's the one who's keeping things under control because I'm kind of stupid when it comes to, you know, say the stuff, subscribe, blah blah blah, all of that stuff. Nimia, if you ever come to Stockholm, let me know. Can be fun to meet up. Have I ever had the exhibition in Romania? I've never had a personal exhibition. I am working on it. I felt like I wasn't ready. I felt like I had a lot to learn. So I focused a lot on drawing. That's one reason I don't have that many paintings. But now, since I feel that my drawing skills, thanks to people from Sara, for example, like Wilhelm is one of my students, Oliver from YouTube is one of my students. So this gave me an opportunity of learning so much and sharpening my eyes. Because when you teach, you have to solve a certain problem specifically for another person. So you need to adapt to a certain mindset, still following a certain steps. So that has constantly been in my life, which is perfect because now I can paint what you guys can see, and I want to paint really, hopefully, big paintings. That's my desire right now. And I do have some plans. I just hope that the world will not crash into chaos. So let's hope for the best and do the best for it. Yes. Okay. I think I will stream again next week on presumably Tuesday or Wednesday. I usually do post 30 minutes before, like on Instagram or Facebook as well, that I'm gonna go live in like 30 minutes. It's very chaotic the way I stream because it's not easy to keep a schedule when you do paintings, and there's many things happening right now in my life, so I will try my best to be responsible. Yes, Nimia, that would be super fun. Okay. I have to go now. It's 4 o'clock. Time to pack. Hello, Glensa, Twin, and Rumi. Take good care of you guys and see you next week. Keep in touch. Ciao, ciao.